The question has appeared again. Do I lift more or do I run more to get fitter? For those who know me, you're probably thinking Dan's going to talk about running for sure. Lifting weights is what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm going to talk about the reasons why I think lifting weights is really important. But end of the day, it's always going to come down to your goal, because you might need it to be running a lot, and you might be needing it to lift a lot of weights. Regardless though, we'll always include some form of exercise that has resistance training, weights training. Most of these goals that we want to talk about are going to need a stronger energy capacity, and that's what weights training is all about. It's not to get massive muscles, it's about getting out there and making those engine, those muscles more effective. And that's what we want to keep weights in all of our programming. To lift weights doesn't mean that I've done one round and one repetition and I'm going to be stronger than the next day. It is a constant approach to your exercise plan. If you're lifting consistently 3 to 4 times a week, you're going to start building strength. Slowly, but you will be building strength. And that's what we're after, is strength for future activities, whatever it happens to be. The other benefit about doing weights over a long period of time is the strength that you've built, or the gains that you've created, do take a little bit longer to lose compared to the conditioning or the cardio training that we're talking about. Cardio training and conditioning training only takes a couple of weeks to get going, and likewise it takes a couple of weeks to really feel the difference or the effects when you're doing your next workout. So try to keep weights consistent in your training, and you can include cardio in other areas. What I mean by including cardio training is you might be training 3 to 5 times a week, and out of that 3 to 5 times a week, a majority of them are going to be resistance or weight training. Inside those classes or inside those workouts, you're going to incorporate some cardio training. So it might be getting a skipping rope and skipping a couple of times. You might go out on a little run. You might get down and do some mountain climbers at a high pace as a recovery tool or a time filler while you give your muscles a chance to rest while you've been lifting the actual weight itself. Now, I talked about it before, 3 to 5 times a week in our training. Ideally, if you can include 3 to 5 times a week of strength training or resistance training, your body in the long run will really benefit from it. And I'm talking in our older years, the years where our bone density starts to go down, is the time that we should have already put in to lift it or maintain it through our younger years. The last point I want to talk about with weights training is make sure you've got some variety. You might be doing it 3 to 5 times a week like we talked about, which can get boring if it's the same thing, upper body, lower body, or front and then back. If it's the same type of workout, it gets boring. Mix it up. And it can be mixed in with cardio, or it can be mixed in with other types of tools. So use a fit ball, use resistance band, use a T-Rex strap, use step-ups. Any tool that helps you challenge your body is ultimately going to allow you to grow a little bit more. Even if you do choose to run more, which I get it, make sure you include some weights training inside that week, because your training regime will really benefit and your health will benefit in the long term.